Hey Mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. We're back on Sprout. We're at a part of the job which I really enjoy actually. So I spent the last few weeks, I can't remember when I took out the subframe, it was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I knew it was going to be a bit of a slog with cleaning things up, painting, degreasing, refurbishing, but we're there now. It's all laid out, it's all ready to go back in the car. I think that's everything. Pretty sure it is. The boot floor's done, the brake pipes are in, it's pretty much ready to go back in now. So I actually quite enjoy this bit, as I say, assembling what are essentially new parts, putting them back into the car, because you ain't got any rust, you ain't got any broken bolts, and generally, you know, things are going to fit. So I do like to refurbish parts where I can. I don't believe in just going out and buying everything new. I mean, things like these radius arms, if you want to buy a new radius arm, I'm sure if you can get them reconditioned, which they're always out of stock everywhere, I think they charge about 90 quid a radius arm, provided your old units are fine. So if if worn out too much, you got to buy a complete new radius arm. Complete new radius arms, I'm sure, about 230, 240 quid each. Cost me a tenner to refurbish that. Well, it was even less than a tenner because I had some bits left over. There's other bits like radius arm brackets. They're not that expensive to buy. You know, probably took me 10 minutes to clean it up, degrease it, bit of paint on there as well. The difference is though, I know that will fit that subframe and the steering geometry will be right. If you go and buy a new bracket, the hole might be slightly different, might be in a slightly different place, it might be bent a little bit different, and then you put it on, you find out the rear tracking's out on the car. There are a few bits I've just replaced just because safety related really. So brake hoses, ones on the car, they didn't look that perished, but they are 20 odd years old. The brake pipes, like you'd have seen in the last episode, they wasn't really very corroded. But you don't know how corroded they are inside, and again, safety related stuff like the brakes. So that's all ready to go back on. Next step, I've got to get these rubber pads on which fit on top of the subframe, between the top of the subframe and the boot floor. I'm pretty sure they are there. Obviously the subframe is rubber mounted, so it does move a little bit, and it's to stop any vibration or the subframe hitting the boot floor and making a right noise. Now these are glued on originally with, I don't know what the glue is, but I've tried other glues with sticking it on before, it hasn't worked, or they've fallen off. So what I found works really well is this Gorilla Glue stuff. You put it on, it bonds to almost anything, you apply water, you damp it down, you glue it on, you cover it over, and we use that on kit. That sticks really well. It's a little bit messy because it all like foams up, but it does the job. So just conscious I'm waffling on again like I normally do, so let's get on with it. Let's get this subframe built back up. I'm not going to build the subframe up completely. I'm probably going to put the difficult bits in, so I'm going to get the radius arms in, the trumpets, the knuckles, the brake pipes. Then I'm going to put the subframe in, and then I'll assemble the brakes, the drums, everything like that once it's in the car. we go then. That's probably the end of this episode, or it might not be. I have to see how much footage I've got. That is a subframe ready to go back in now. Yeah, I haven't bolted the brakes on or the back plates just because it adds a bit of weight and they're quite easy to fit on afterwards. But I did fit the radius arms in because they can be a bit of a pain to get the pins in, get the knuckles in without the knuckle sort of coming apart and the rubber boot coming off it, and then you have to try and squeeze it back on. And these bolts as well, the bolts through here and the bolts underneath are quite difficult to get in. So obviously when it's laid flat on the floor like that, it's nice and easy. Obviously brake pipes are in, handbrake cables in. These pads, I'll clean them up. They're stuck on with Gorilla Glue. It's like expandable foam a little bit, but it's really sticky. So that hasn't fully cured yet. That puffs up a bit more. Then you can just go around with a knife blade and just cut off the excess. But it's it really does stick very well. But it's looking good. Quite pleased with that. Rest of the parts, they're just sitting there waiting to go on really. Fuel filter's all assembled now. So that's all been pretty much fully overhauled. I've got a new bolt pack for the subframe. Now that does worry me a little bit, bear with me. I'll just show you what I mean. So I actually bought a second bolt pack. These are the ones for the subframe mountings, and I bought a bolt pack for the radius arm brackets. So you get 4 bolts, that's a new one in there. And there's one of the new ones there. But what I found, now this may be perfectly okay using them when you're going on a brand new subframe. But on this one, the bolts that come out were horrendous. Let me just grab one. So there's one of the ones that's come out, and as you can see, the thread is almost ripped off of that, just where it was corroded. So when it comes to fitting the new bolts on, this style one, because it's a new thread, I was really struggling to get them in. Luckily though, I had some bolts left over from PL subframe because I fitted stainless ones on that. These are the ones that come with it, so they're brand new. But they have like a shoulder on them, and they've also got a cut out of them, half, sort of a quarter of the way up the thread, and that allows it to cut and make its own thread, or where the thread's really rough anyway, that kind of lets it recut the thread. So those, didn't like them. I managed to get about 3 out of 8 of them in, and then after that I wasn't going to muck about, so I just use these ones and they're going absolutely fine. So I wouldn't recommend replacing them unless you're getting a brand new subframe. If you can get the correct bolts, which are these ones, happy days. As you can see, they're quite a bit longer as well, and they've got this sort of bit with no thread on, which allows you to line it up perfectly, so you're not going to damage the threads. So yeah, that's it. Next step, like I say, is just getting that subframe up in now. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.